Well, hi. Today is Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. Okay, let me adjust the microphone here a little bit. And you notice that some of these episodes, I got the mic up here too far. That's because it's my old radio days. I got bad habits. And when I was doing that, I didn't have a camera on me, so it didn't matter. I was more concerned about what it sounded like. But now I need to get that microphone down here a little bit and remind myself, maybe write it on my hand or something so I notice it every day. Coming up on today's show, we are going to bring you a clip of the latest episode of the podcast Circle of Trades. We've told you about this before, and you've seen Travis Waldstein on the show plenty of times, but this podcast is designed to encourage young people to consider the trades as they are coming out of high school as an option for what they're going to do with the next part of their life and going into their career. Now, for some people, the four-year college route is definitely the way to go, and that's where they want to be. That's what they want to be able to do. The area that they want to make a career out of requires a four-year degree, so that's the direction they go. But on the flip side to that, there's a lot of folks, a lot of young people that like working with their hands, and they don't mind getting dirty. And they also maybe like the business end of it, because we've talked with Travis about this many times, that the average age of contractors, the business owners, is rising, and it's getting up there quite a bit. And as of right now, there is not the younger generation coming in behind them. There are some. Yes, there are some younger contractors that are doing it, but not enough. And if we don't do something about this, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So that's what the podcast is for. And on the show that's out this week, Travis and me, I'm on that show too. We talk with Micah Myers. Micah is with Ayers and Ayers, pretty large construction company. They are headquartered out of Omaha, but they're doing business all around the country. And they've got a huge staff. The way that I believe they have over 100 employees doing all of the work themselves. They do subcontract some of it out, but a lot of it is done right in house and taking on large projects, smaller project, doesn't matter. Micah is involved with getting all of those jobs put together. So that is the latest episode of Circle of Trades, and we're going to be bringing you a piece of that coming up in just a bit. In the meantime, I wanted to let you know that if someone or someone you know needs in-home care, Home Care Advocacy Network can help you maintain your own privacy in your own space while still receiving care and support with a personalized touch. Aging in place can be critical for many people. Home Care Advocacy Network can meet those needs with an understanding that assisted living is best at home. HCAN of Southwest Iowa brings the personal touch to care at home in Council Bluffs, Glenwood, Red Oak, Clarinda, and all the surrounding communities. Their website, hcan.com/Southwest Iowa. The AIM Institute is hosting Infotech 2025 on May 5th. That is coming up next Monday. It's going to be at the Luminarium in Omaha. I understand this is about the biggest private event the Luminarium has hosted, and the speakers have been announced. Keynote speaker Sam Sapp will be going early. He's the founder and CEO of Blockbot in Kansas City, talking about AI and the human imagination entering a new era of limitless potential. This is going to be a great event, and there is still time for you to be able to get tickets. I'm going to be there, and I hope you will be too. Look up Infotech 2025 on Eventbrite. That is Infotech without the H at the end, because as CEO Dalla Alfonso said, they don't need the H, so why put it there? So anyway, it's on Eventbrite, and you can get your tickets. And as I mentioned, I hope to see you there. Just Sue Creative can help build your business with website design, search engine optimization, content creation, marketing, everything you need to take your company to the next level. Sue has a passion for small businesses, helping them thrive in a digital world. And a great starting point is by visiting her website, justsuecreative.com. Schedule a free consultation. It's easy. You just click on the free consultation button, and you're on your way. Sue Pitts helped me with my website, LusHillsMedia.com. She can help you too. Just visit justsuecreative.com today. Well, as I mentioned, the latest episode of Circle of Trades is out with host Travis Waldstein of AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning and Waldstein Plumbing. And Travis and I both visiting with Micah Myers from Ayers and Ayers.
The one thing I've noticed since you and me have gotten to know each other over the last, what, 2.5 years, I think it's
Yeah.
been, is, I mean, with the trades, a lot of stuff that you do, intersects. We were having a conversation this morning about you guys pouring a driveway. It's like, hey, we might have to do a sewer line repair. If
Hmm.
we do that, let's do that before you go turn up the driveway, at this
Yeah.
property.
Yeah.
And but then you talked about some of the stuff that you've done. I know you talked about bidding or doing some packing house work up in Denison, and different stuff around the around, I'm going to say the Midwest, but primarily
Yeah.
Iowa, Nebraska. So talk about some of the stuff you got going on right now.
Yeah. So there's a few additions that we're working on. Some of the companies, one's in Nebraska, one's in Iowa. Like, yeah, when you say Midwest, we don't really have boundaries, really.
Mm-hmm.
We have an office up in Minnesota, so we hit a lot of northern Iowa, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin. A lot of those areas with the Minnesota office, but then the Lincoln and Omaha office, we try and hit all the doors we can. A lot of additions going on right now. Always looking for new builds, and then also those tenant remodels to kind of fill in the gaps.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure our guys are staying busy and
Mm-hmm.
just keep rolling, really.
Yeah, well, exactly. So, I know you guys do stuff with roofing. I know you've talked about concrete. If you had to have let's say you had one specialty that you guys do probably better than anything in house with Airs and Airs, what would that be in your mind?
Pre-engineered metal buildings.
Pre-engineered metal buildings. So,
Yep, we rock that with Butler Building, and then
okay,
we roll with them, and we put up quite a few. But we've also got concrete tilt up, whether it's precast or actual tilt up, cast in place. Then we've got our masons. Our masons, I'd put them up against anybody in the Midwest. They do
mm-hmm.
a great job. And then our concrete guys, Jared Little, he's been around for quite a while. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
exactly how many years, but it's more than 20. And the man, if you've got a concrete question, he's willing to stop what he's doing and answer your question. And with how much knowledge he has, that's priceless, honestly.
Yeah. Well, in the concrete business, like you said, it's well, the biggest thing is you have, how do I want to put this? With concrete, you never can get it when you want it, and then when you want it, it's always at an off time. But
Yeah, yeah,
it's amazing how I mean, in my mind, they've had more concrete and there's still a shortage of concrete to get the work done. So how do you guys manage that then?
honestly, the longevity of our employees has been outstanding, especially in those two trades. If you think you can work, go work with a mason or a concrete crew. You'll learn real quick that you don't know how to work. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I wrestled for 14 years. I thought, yeah, I can do this. No,
Mm-hmm.
no. It takes a special person, not just to do the work, but to understand the work and do it properly. It,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a trade in itself.
Are
Oh yeah.
these skilled tradesmen hired directly by Airs and Airs? So
Yeah.
they're employees, so they're not subs then.
We self-perform concrete masonry, steel erection, and also the tilt ups and precast.
Yeah. So the stuff that they would like sub out would be like your plumbing, electrical, HVAC, that kind of stuff. But
Yep.
that's what makes you guys kind of I guess why I call design build, because you not only can you build, but you can design for the customer. And
Hmm.
so 90% of what they do, is done in house. The 10 or 20% that's done, they've got subcontractors that they work with that they've built relationships with. So, unfortunately with that business, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, it's really good, but it can be really bad because you can spend a lot of time helping design and engineer something. And if they go somewhere else, it does you nothing. But
Yeah.
at the same time, if you get through and you finish your job and do well, I think you guys have found that there's lots of other opportunities with that company in referral business from what you guys
Yeah.
do.
Not only referrals, but I'd say probably 60 to 65% of our business is repeat customers. Somebody that we got an addition done, and they're like, you know what, we've got another part of the existing location that needs some attention. Can you guys help us out with that? And it's we have a small project group that comes out and helps with building maintenance,
Mhm.
whether whether it be just some patchwork or doing equipment pads. We have a group that specifically helps with just maintenance of the building. And it's 24/7. Anytime you need it, we have guys that work after hours and weekends. So if there's something that you need and it's 8 o'clock at night,
You
we
got
can
to
help you
go.
out.
Well, because
Yeah.
the places you're dealing with, they're not 8 to 5. Especially when you're talking
No.
commercial, they're 24/7, and time
Mhm.
is money when they're down. So,
Oh, 100%. And there's specific times where we've worked with companies that it's like, hey, we're gonna have a shutdown between this time and this time. Can you help us out? Yeah, we'll get, as long as it works with our schedule. I mean, 95% of the time, I'd say that it does work with our schedule. But we try and work around making sure that we're not shutting you down.
yeah, no, exactly. Well, and that's what people don't understand about the commercial side of this business. Because even if you're doing like a tenant build out or something like that, a lot of the times some stuff doesn't get done 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. A lot of time
Oh no.
to keep the job going, it's off hours. People are there in the middle of the night. You're like, oh, who does it? Well, somebody does it because they like to get paid, and they're kind of a special breed, and you don't see them, when the job's done, but that was part of the process to get done. So
You lock up and you come back the next day and stuff's been done. It's like little magics happen while you were gone. So
it's like Christmas.
every day, every day it's Christmas.
A big thing we talk about on the show, Micah, is with young people coming into the trades and deciding to make the blue collar world their career. What's it like with your staff? And along that process, do you have young people coming through and adding to your skilled tradesmen, or what is going on with theirs and heirs where that's concerned?
Yeah, I would say that we do get young people in. And the hard part is a lot of people are coming in for the paycheck, but they don't understand how hard the work is. But few and far between, we do get those guys that are like, I'm in it. I'm sold. It really just depends on who you're getting in the door. We do have quite a few young guys out there. Last time I was working with the Masons, it was at a property just up the street from our office, and I didn't know probably 3 or 4 of them from the time I was in the field to now. And I'm like, all right, we're getting guys. This is great. And from what I understand, the 3 new guys, they've been there for a year and a half, 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, we're getting it. I wouldn't say that every trade is getting that, but to get guys in, and it really shows to our leadership that they're bringing these guys in. They're showing them the ropes. It's not like they're coddling them, but they're showing them the ropes and getting them the knowledge that they need. So
yeah,
I would say that kind of speaks volumes of our leadership.
Check out the rest of the podcast, Circle of Trades. Not only the episode, this latest one with Micah Myers, but there's getting close to 80 episodes out now of Circle of Trades. And this year, or actually starting last year, Travis switched everything over to a video podcast, still releasing an audio-only version, which you can find on Spotify and Amazon and Audible and all of your favorite podcast platforms. But the video version is out on YouTube now and also available on Facebook. If you follow Circle of Trades, just look that up on Facebook, and episodes are released there as well. And it's a great podcast. I would encourage you to give it a watch, give it a listen, and new episodes coming out every Monday. Also, this week on Thursday will be the Farmers Market in Council Bluffs. It is returning for the 2025 season. You'll find everything on the north side of Bayless Park there on First Avenue. And Les Hills Media and Podcast going to have a booth again this year. We're going to be there webcasting live on Facebook beginning at 4:15, and we'll go to around 4:30. It's not as if we have to get out and wait for the next episode of Friends or whatever it is. So we can just go as long as we want to. Expecting special guests throughout the season, and also we'll be doing some live video, walking up and down the farmers market and checking out some of the different vendors. So follow Les Hills Media and podcast on Facebook if you haven't yet, because that is where you'll be able to see those live webcasts every Thursday And I'm looking forward to this one and getting it going again. Service Master Restore by Schmader knows it can be hard to get back to normal when you suffered serious property damage. Could be flooding, fire, smoke. Maybe you need some mold remediation. And you may also be left with all sorts of questions about how to get your home or business back to normal. Service Master Restore by Schmader will restore your space by offering quality commercial and residential restoration services in Council Bluffs and the surrounding area. That's Service Master Restore by Schmader. A mile away on Old Lincoln Highway in Council Bluffs, they've got the spring volleyball season starting, and you should get your team in. They've got space throughout the weekends. They're trying to get a Sunday afternoon league going that's maybe not quite as competitive, more family friendly, and it's very cheap. Cost is just $50 for your team, and then plus $8 per match. That gets the refs paid. And then after you're there, you're going to find beautiful sand courts, an epic courtside beer hunt, and the best atmosphere in town. So good vibes, great competition, cold drinks all season long at the Mile Away on Old Lincoln Highway, north of Council Bluffs. And since 1870, Avila Bank has been providing Iowans with high-quality financial products and services to fit their needs. Whether you need a loan, would like to start a new business account, need to save money for a trip, or if you're looking to open a personal checking account, Avila's qualified bankers can help you with all of that and more. Visit avila.bank to learn more. The Celebrate CB Week is beginning next week, and we'll have a parade on May 10th, and you can watch that parade live on YouTube. We're going to be getting you the channel very, very soon about when we'll be able to do that. I'm going to be there doing a live webcast from the parade from start to finish. A big thank you to AirServe Heating and Air Conditioning and Waldstein Plumbing. They are our title sponsor. We're also going to be bringing you interviews throughout the parade with local officials and different folks that have a lot to do with what makes Council Bluffs so special. So the Celebrate CB Parade will be at 10:30. We're planning on going on at 10 on Saturday, May 10th. And we hope that you join us and hope that you tell your friends and family that maybe they're not in the area anymore. This is a place for them to be able to watch the Celebrate CB Parade. You can do it live on YouTube and that channel. I'll get you that information coming up yet this week. That wraps up today's show. Thank you so much for being a part of it on this Tuesday. My name's Todd Studer. Catch you back here again tomorrow morning.